Well, I mean, I haven't seen anything. Like, I've talked to Mike, I've talked to Eric, I haven't heard.
Kevin said he's running.
It's going to be 2013 all over.
Right.
I'm not running to break the tie.
Very basketball back in the swing when you think you'll be in game shape. That's the new next year. You serious? It's not good still? It might do, it might fuse it.
So we're good? Are we good? Okay, can I ask everyone to please rise for a salute to the flag? Please remain standing for a moment of silence. I'd ask that you keep in your thoughts and prayers the brave servicemen and women serving our country, both here and abroad, as well as those in our town. Thank you. Please be seated. Good afternoon. This is the Wednesday, January 29th, 2025 meeting of the Babylon Town Board. For those of you here for your first time, the meeting is divided up into 3 sections. The first is dedicated to the public hearings. There is one public hearing scheduled for today. If you're interested in addressing the board on that public hearing, we ask that you file with our town clerk up front a card, and you'll be called during the public hearing. The second portion is dedicated to the agenda, and the agendas are available on the table up front. So if you're interested in addressing the board on any of the items listed on the agenda for that, we ask you to fill out a card as well. And the third portion is the open portion. That's when residents can come forward and address the board on any matter not on today's agenda concerning town government or town services. And again, we ask you to fill out a card. When you do come forward to the podium, please state your name and address for the stenographer's benefit. And we ask that you keep your comments to 3 minutes. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel live on January 29th at 3 p.m., or if you're watching at a later time or date, there's a link that you can click on. That'll take you to today's agenda. You'll be able to send us a message, question, comment, or concern about anything on the agenda or any other matters. One of us will get back to you on that. With that, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Okay, Councilman Mineta.
Here.
Councilman Martinez.
Here.
Councilman McSweeney.
Here.
Councilman Gregory. Here. Supervisor Schaefer.
And I am here. So all 5 are present. We have a quorum. With that, we'll go into the public hearings. In the first public hearing was a public hearing in reference to amending Chapter 2, Article 4, Section 2-8, Town of Babylon Uniform Code of Traffic Ordinances. I don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion to close and reserve by Councilman Mineta. second by Councilman Martinez. All those in favor? Opposed? Hearing is closed, decision reserved. That's it for the public hearings. We'll go to the agenda. I don't have any cards on the agenda, so we'll go right into the consensus resolution agenda for today. Are there any items that need to be removed from the consensus resolution agenda? Seeing none, I'll take a motion.
I make a motion to accept the consensus resolution agenda.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Consensus resolution agenda is adopted as listed. The resolutions for today, Resolution 105.
I offer Resolution 105.
Second.
Would the clerk call the roll?
Councilman Mineta.
Abstain?
Councilman Martinez.
Yes.
Councilman McSweeney.
Yes.
Councilman Gregory.
Yes.
Supervisor Schaefer.
Yes, resolution's approved, 4 votes in favor, 1 abstention. Resolution 106.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Sorry about that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution's approved. That's it for the resolutions. We'll go to the open portion and to Tammy Palmieri.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Tammy Palmieri. I live in Deer Park, a lifelong resident of the town of Babylon, as well as my husband, many cousins, many, many friends. I came to this building just a few nights ago to thank the town of Babylon, but you weren't here. They said you're thanking the wrong people. It's you guys who had the foresight to put a moratorium on the best facilities that the state wants to put in all the towns on Long Island. I wanted to know what the status of the moratorium is.
So we just extended it for an additional 6 months.
Wonderful, thank you.
So that runs through June, I believe? Do we know? May or June, somewhere around there. And we are gathering information. We're working closely with our fire departments that are having great input, as well as some other organizations, so they're getting us information on that. In addition, we're bringing in some of the information that's come in from California recently.
Moss Landing?
Yes, that's one of the facilities, I believe. But in particular, we're trying to gather as much information
For
of,
the people who aren't familiar, this was Moss Landing a week ago.
right,
This is a battery energy storage system that exploded, that is a catastrophic event on their community and surrounding towns for the rest of their lives.
yeah, so we have the town board members have some great concerns
I
about.
appreciate that. And I know that the state is putting a lot of pressure, okay, because it's not my backyardism that they're concerned about, but maybe it's because they're pretty much bombs waiting to go off. I would ask that if, and I'd like to be on top of this, I'd like to be, informed about as it's
Sure,
progressing.
what we can do is, we can take your contact information, because you provided your email address.
Yes.
On
Okay.
there. And Tom Stay, who's our chief of staff, he's in the back there.
Yes, okay.
Tom will make sure that you get information as we proceed through this.
Okay, so kind of related to that, I understand that 377 Carl's Path is being developed by Thor.
Yeah, Thor Equities, yep.
And I was reading through their application, and I understand they're subleasing it from the town's, this relationship, but they'll still own the property, and they'll still have their own tenant.
Correct.
And the question on-
Or tenants.
Or tenants. And the question on the application is very vague. It's, what are you going to store there? What is the distribution? Well, it's to be determined by tenant. So here's my question. Thor has a very strong relationship now with a company that makes these batteries. Okay? If it's their intent to store those batteries there, or to make those batteries there, or to truck those batteries there,
Well, they wouldn't receive permission to do that. So
Thank you.
any tenant that they secure, they have to come back for approval on.
okay, so these batteries are considered hazardous material to the town, and that's why you're saying that they
Our
would have
fire
to...
marshal's office would be involved, and
Right,
they would
okay.
not approve that.
Okay. And when do they determine, or when do you find out who they're putting in there as the tenant?
I believe they're going to finish construction sometime later this year. and then they're going to market the property, so.
Okay, my concern is that it butts up right to a substation. And
I'm sorry,
that's
say that again?
It butts up right to the substation, right by the railroad track.
Oh, the Long Island Railroad.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, again, if they're trying to sneak something in, and I'm not saying that they are,
Well, they can't,
they can't.
no.
Okay. All right, if the state puts pressure on you to let them have a bus station there.
Doesn't matter what the state does.
Oh, thank you, okay.
I mean, I don't want
This is why I love my town of Babylon,
wanna
because
be-
they
I don't
care
wanna-
about the people.
I don't want to be offensive to the state, but we really don't care what the state says, so.
Wow, I'm very lucky, because I have friends in other towns, and they're freaking out. So, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming today.
All right.
I'm going to ask Hashmi to come forward. Syed Mohammed Hashmi for a presentation.
Good afternoon, Supervisor Mr. Schaefer, esteemed members of the Town Board, and respected ladies and gentlemen. I'm Syed Mohammed Hashmi, a senior from Deer Park High School and a resident of Deer Park. First, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude for the opportunity given to me to address you today. It's an honor to be here among such dedicated individuals who work tirelessly for the betterment of our community. Your commitment to the town and its future is evident, and it's the same commitment that inspires me to propose an idea that I believe can help shape that future for both our students and our community as a whole. As a student myself, I've had the privilege of seeing how our town and its institutions, especially our schools, have grown and evolved over time. However, as I've looked ahead, I've noticed one key area where there seems to be a gap in communication and representation, a gap that I believe could be bridged by incorporating a position of student representative on this very board. The concept is simple yet powerful: a student representative who would serve as a direct liaison between the youth of our town and the decisions made here at the town board level. A student representative would attend meetings, engage with board members, and bring forward the concerns, needs, and ideas of the student body, ensuring that the voices of young people are heard and considered in the decision-making process. Why is it important? For one, students are deeply connected to the town, not just through schools, but through extracurriculars, community service, and the local economy. We represent the next generation of leaders, workers, and citizens. By including a student on the board, the town would be sending a powerful message that our voices matter and that our perspectives are valuable and that we are seen as active participants in shaping the future of the place we call home. Additionally, this position would serve as an invaluable opportunity for the students themselves. It would teach leadership, responsibility, and civic engagement in real time. The student representative would not only be an advocate for their peers, but would also gain invaluable insights into the workings of local government, fostering a generation of informed and active citizens. For the town, this initiative offers a unique opportunity to stay connected with its younger residents and gain a fresh perspective on issues affecting them. Often, decisions made at the board level can impact students in ways that may not be immediately apparent to those outside the educational system. With a student representative, board members will have a direct line to the voices of young people, creating a more informed, inclusive approach to governance that is reflective of the entire community. In closing, I believe that incorporating a student representative on the town board would be a step forward in fostering stronger ties between our students and the broader community. It would serve as an investment in the future of our town by actively engaging the next generation of leaders in the decision-making process. I am confident that this initiative will benefit not just the students, but also the town as a whole, by ensuring that the voices of our youth are heard, valued, and respected. I thank you all again for your time and consideration, and I look forward to the possibility of working together to make this idea a reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Hashmi. Appreciate the proposal. Note for the record that he is 17. Wow. And a senior at Deer Park High School. Yes, he is 17 and a senior at Deer Park High School. And immigrated here from Pakistan within the last 2 years. So,
That's why I have two flags over here. This is the
Just-
current one, and this is the previous one.
so just one question for
Yes.
you. You're not thinking of running for town supervisor, are you?
No, I think I'll consider the position of a senator.
Senator, yeah, much better position. So, but we're gonna. I sent your proposal to the members, so we'll talk about it at our next meeting, and then we'll be back in touch with you.
Thank you very
We
much.
commend you for the presentation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Latrell Story.
This is my first time, so.
Sure, just state your name and address.
Okay, my name is Latrell Story. I live at 10 Poplar Road, Amityville, New York. Grace and peace, to give an honor to God, to the committee before me, and to the residents of Babylon.
Thank you for coming today.
Thank you. I want to ask a question in reference to Amityville Pool. I've been living in the area for 25 years, and there has not been one renovation in that pool area. Nor, my daughter is 18 now, and we have never had a nice park. I have to take my daughter into like West Babylon and West Islip and out the neighborhood. There is nothing nice in Amityville for the kids to enjoy themselves at the park. The sewers in my neighborhood, they are blocked. I live in the part where it's called the Sticks. Can you have someone please come around and clean out all the sewers, please? In front of my house that I mentioned before is always flooded in front after it rains. Can someone come and see why fix the pitch so that it'll go down into the drain? And then in our houses, I have my neighbor here that lives on the corner. Our sinks and tubs is constantly getting flooded all the time, clogged. So we'd like for somebody to investigate why that happens.
Meaning it's
The drains,
inside the house.
all the time. And a lot of the residents on the block is always complaining about that. I have a lot to say, but I'm just gonna start nice today.
There you go. So what I would say to you is we have your contact info.
Yes.
So first, Vinnie Piccoli, who is got his hand up in the back, if you turn around and take a look. So Vinnie is our Commissioner of Department of Public Works. So he'll work with you and the neighbors about the drains on the street. And he'll also take a look, have the Highway Engineering Department take a look at the issue that you brought up regarding the pitch in front of your home. In terms of you say it's backing up into the sink and the tub?
Every time I flush the toilet
And are
and
you
all the
connected
sinks,
you're connected to Southwest Sewer District?
I don't know, sir.
I believe you are over there, because you're on Poplar off of New Highway, right?
That is correct. It's called the AKA Sticks, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
the tree streets off of New Highway. So I would say that we might need to get Suffolk County involved, because it sounds to me like that could be potentially involving the sewer district.
Okay,
So, but Vinnie will be able to deal with that also, and if need be, we'll be able to get Suffolk County involved. In terms of North Amityville, so the pool was redone when I was supervisor during the 90s. We built the brand-new pool there. We have a proposal before us that Tony Martinez is working on. He's the chairman of our Parks Committee. And we've come up with concepts because if you know where the Liberty Village is,
no.
so behind the old Nike base building, you know where Dominican Village is?
Yes, I do, sir.
So on the opposite side of the street, next to the pool, is an office-looking building.
Yes, it is.
I think it's 555 Albany Avenue. And then behind that is Liberty Village. So part of that property was split off and given to the town by the federal government to provide additional park space. So we are right now, and we're working with Parks Department. I think Eva's here. Yeah, Eva's here, and Vassell Moore on outlining what to do with the space. So that would include either reconstructing or refurbishing the ACE Center, building additional field space and playgrounds.
I appreciate you.
So there was a playground put in at the North Amityville Youth Center, right? Correct. Sanji Clark, who's the director of the North Amityville Youth
I know
Center.
her.
Yeah, who had requested, she lives on Cedar. She had requested the playground.
It's one of the largest ones in the town.
That's right next to the youth center. So
Yes, I
that's
know.
available for your daughter, you said?
She's 18 now, but I
Oh.
have I'm retired now, and I have like 8 to 9 nieces and nephews, and I want them to
so
have
they'd
an
be able to
opportunity
use that. Yeah.
my daughter didn't get. 18 years, and
Yep.
she didn't get the opportunity to have fun in her own neighborhood. I had to take her out of my neighborhood to another neighborhood to enjoy the parks.
Right, so we'll let you know about the specific proposals
I
there.
appreciate you.
Okay?
Thank you. You have a blessed day.
You too, thank you. Anybody else wish to address the board? No? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn by Councilman McSweeney, second by Councilman Martinez. All those in favor?